We have a cross country snowstorm that will be impacting the United States this week, and a multiple part system at that. We have snow, we have flooding rain, and we have a severe thunderstorm threat in the south. We're going to be going over all of that today and giving you my predictions for this snowstorm. So, taking a look here at the Winter Storm Severity Index issued by the Weather Prediction Center, we have a moderate to major impact system moving across the Central Plains this week, including Denver, including Kansas City, and even up into the Great Lakes region, where we could be seeing impacts in Milwaukee and Chicago with that snowstorm moving through. Now we're going to take a look here at the Weather Prediction Center, where we also have a flood risk, moderate flood risk in Louisiana and Mississippi on Tuesday here, as well as a moderate flood risk in New Jersey on Wednesday, as we are going to be seeing this storm system melt all the snow that the Northeast just got and add 2 to 4 inches of rain on top of that snow. So we also, adding to all of the mess in the central U.S., have a severe thunderstorm threat on Tuesday in about the same areas that moderate flood risk. We have a enhanced risk of severe weather from New Orleans all the way out to the panhandle of Florida, including a 10% chance of tornadoes in that stretch, with a significant severe threat, which is an increased risk of EF2 or higher tornadoes. So let's time out all of this, going to the NAM 3-kilometer model here. Currently, this storm is in the Intermountain West, bringing heavy snow to the mountainous areas of Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. Up to 2 feet of snow is possible in these spots. Now, as this storm ejects out into the Central Plains, we'll be seeing an inflow of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and that is kind of the start of our severe threat here. As this storm starts to get its act together, we have a line of thunderstorms starting to form here during the day on Monday, and as this line of thunderstorms starts to develop even more, that is when we could be seeing that risk for tornadoes in the southeast. Meanwhile, we have this 993 millibar low pressure system bringing heavy snow from the northern panhandle of Texas all the way up through Minnesota, a very large, expansive system moving through the central U.S. Now, this storm could also have a blizzard on the back end. Now, not a 100% confident saying there, but there is the potential for a blizzard in portions of Kansas and Nebraska as this storm continues to wind up and strengthen as it continues to move off to the north and east. Meanwhile, here we're moving into Tuesday, Monday night, Tuesday time frame, and that is when our severe thunderstorm risk ramps up, and we are going to see this line of thunderstorms move through areas such as New Orleans, where we could be seeing very strong wind gusts, maybe over tropical storm strength out of these storms. And this continuous line of thunderstorms could all produce tornadoes in this area. And as we move into Tuesday, that is when we get into our main snow threat for portions of the country such as Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, before this storm heads to the northeast into Wednesday, where we could see some snow. Snow is not out of the picture for the northeast, but the main risk here is going to be that flooding rain. As that snow transitions to rain, we're going to be seeing a lot of melting and a lot of pouring, as we have that remnant of that line of thunderstorms moving through areas such as North Carolina, Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, and up into New England. We could be seeing all of that snow melt, up to 16 inches of snow in some spots, melt with an additional 2 to 4 inches of rain on top of it. So that is this storm system in a nutshell. So let's take a look at my predictions for this storm snow-wise. Taking a look here, we are seeing a pretty good trend with these storms. That 6 to 12 inches seems to be kind of the benchmark. We have in pink here 6 to 12 inches of snow in the forecast from Kansas up through Maine, and areas of the west could be seeing up to 2 feet of snow there in the higher elevations. Now, areas such as Denver, you're probably not going to be seeing a lot of snow, 0 to 3 inches looking like, but still some flakes falling in portions of the Intermountain West. Chicago is in a weird situation here where that gradient just off the shoreline of Lake Michigan is very, very tight. And we could be seeing just a few miles being the difference between 3 to 6 inches of snow, and absolutely nothing right on the shoreline there. So that is definitely something we need to watch here. But currently, I have Chicago and Milwaukee in that 0 to 3 inch range. But that 6 to 12 inch range isn't very far either, just a county away. So that is definitely something that could shift in the next 24 hours. Now for the Northeast, we don't have a lot of snow going on except for the very inland portions of Maine and New Hampshire, where elevation will also be at play. But most of the Northeast in that 0 to 3 inch range, and all of that will most likely be washing away towards the end of that storm. So stay tuned here for more updates on this storm and the rest of winter. But I thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and following, and I'll see you guys very soon.